everybody. Bridget Patton with Soul Massages, and just touching base with you this morning with Merrick and Allie. And this morning we are going to be talking about chasing what we are searching for and inviting. So there's a difference. Right now I'm obviously inviting. I'm inviting each one of you guys to see what it looks and feels like to be in alignment with your desires, with your hopes and your dreams, and also to believe in what you're asking for. Right now, typically when I come out here, these guys run from me because they think that I want something from them. This morning, they know I'm just doing a video, so here they are, ready to work, ready to mirror what it is that we are going to be talking about. So Merrick here, he's just checking me out. Now I'm going to turn my body towards him and let's see what he ends up acting like. So now that I'm turned towards him, he's doing some yawning. Yes, he's releasing some things for me this morning. Good morning. They're saying good morning. I had a little bit of a rough morning myself, having 3 kids running all over the place, and sometimes that makes me a little edgy, but these guys are doing some releasing for me. So some of the ways that they release, they will yawn, they'll roll, they'll stomp their feet, they'll shake, they do all kinds of things, especially my horses, because they're used to working with me. They're used to working with me with energy. They're very in tune to me and to what I need. And so I really pay close attention to them and what I'm putting out there. And the amount of chewing and yawning that Merrick is doing is really reflective of how I'm feeling. So now I'm gonna walk around a little bit, and if the horses want to come with me, they will. And the way that they'll come with me is if I hold my hand out and I invite them and I ask them to come with me. Now, if they don't want to come with me, that's okay. Sometimes down the road, they will connect with me and they'll move with me depending on the intention and the focus that I'm putting out there. And it really shows what that looks and feels like to be in alignment with your thoughts and your feelings and your body. So I'm inviting Merrick right now. I'm going to ask him to come over here. And, I don't have an expectation if he comes over here or not. But honestly, the way that I feel in my body right now, I'd be surprised if he came over here. If he does, it's because he understands that I need something and he has something he can give me, which is peace and calming and connection. And I can, if he doesn't want to come over, I can ask Allie. He's walking over to Allie right now. I moved my attention over to Allie to ask her, and then he moved over towards her. So this is just showing like what happens with our energy. She's coming over to me probably because of the type of emotion I'm putting out. When I'm really charged up and I'm like hyper and like putting a lot of energy out, joy, or when I'm elated about something, she doesn't see my energy's changing, so she's like, I don't want anything to do with that. She's like, I thought you felt bad about something, so I was coming over. And now that I'm getting hyper again, now Merrick is moving into place. So this kind of just shows the difference in the emotions that we're putting out. And it's not an accident that they move and shift based off of the energy flow. Horses are very intuitive. They're a prey animal. So the way that they move away from us and the way that they connect with us is going to look different than an animal that would be a predator. So that's why I really like working with the horses, because they have such a big heart field also energetically. So their ability to feel is extensive compared to other types of animals. So I just thought this would be helpful this morning. I'm just being honest and authentic with the way I'm feeling. They're doing a lot of releasing for me just by standing where they're at right now, even if they're not coming over towards me. As we move through these videos and as I connect more, I'll be able to explain kind of why they're behaving the way that they are, why they respond to us the way that we do. I get a lot of people that say, "Oh, well, maybe the horses don't like me." It's not, it's never about that. Animals respond to energy. Animals respond to emotions, and they respond to whether or not we're in alignment with ourselves. So, this is just a little tip for anybody who is trying to see if they are in alignment with something that they're asking for. So we ask for something and we say, "Oh, well, I prayed for it, I meditated on it, all of these things," but there's always something missing. Like, why isn't it manifesting in my physical reality? Well, there's a reason why. There's something blocking us inside of our body energetically that is putting us out of alignment. And when we're in alignment, that's when everything comes together. That's when, things start to happen physically. Because everything happens energetically first. And you can see that by the way these guys were moving as I was talking. So I'm going to walk a little bit closer to him and see what he starts to act like. Now, our energy field for humans is primarily in front of us. So by me walking backwards towards him isn't as threatening as if I were to, walk straight at him with my belly button facing him. So also thinking of that when you're approaching situations with people. What does it look and feel like when you walk really firmly up to somebody? Like, how does that shift your physiology? How does that shift your intention as you're approaching? So I walked backwards to him, inviting him into my space, and he's like, "This is cool." A lot of the time he doesn't like to be touched on the face, especially lately. He's gotten zapped by the fence a few times lately, so he was being a little skittish about that. So, another form of energy. But anyway, these guys, any animals, if you guys, now Allie's joining us because she's like, "Oh, this is cool." She's like, "I want to be a part of this." These guys love doing this work. They love connecting with us. All animals on the planet are really excited about this transition that's happening and the fact that we are finally getting into alignment with ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, not just only moving from our minds. This is something that's really important that we pay attention to because the animals are really moving into position to communicate with us in a way that allows us to see and to heal and to release. They're natural energy neutralizers. They're just like toddlers. They're going to they're going to do whatever they need to do to get the energy back to neutral. So whether it's licking and chewing or nibbling on my hand or whatever he wants to do, he's going to get my attention into whatever area of my body needs it, so that I can get into alignment and I can release. And Allie, she just likes being a movie star. She's my diva, so she just wants to be part of the show. She doesn't really want to do any work right now. Right, Allie? Anyway, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that this morning. Connecting with animals is a really good way to release and to get a good, strong mirror because a lot of the time we look externally for a mirror, and what that ends up doing is it puts our faith in how another person is going to be able to process back to us, not realizing that, they have their own ego and their own issues that they're working on, and they're going to be projecting that back on unless they've gone through the process of soul embodiment and have released whatever egoic parts of them that needed released. If they haven't released it, at least that they're in tune enough to feel when something's coming up and they're not projecting it, but they're processing it themselves. So if you guys want any further guidance on this, I have my soul embodied leadership course that I offer to the group. It's an 8-week program, and I would love to connect with you offline to see if that resonates and it seems like a good fit for you. Hope everybody has a beautiful Sunday. I love each and every one of you. See you later.